People with depression have these 5 habits. Depression is a deadly killer that goes unnoticed. Many people are embarrassed or hesitant to seek assistance, so they go on with their lives, with it behind closed doors. However, these folks will continue to have modest behaviors when they arrive. A period of depression. It is vital to remember that depression is a brain disease that, if left untreated, can be fatal. Not adequately cared for. Depression affects more than 16 million Americans each year. Mental health is finally getting the attention it deserves, but there is still work to be done. There is work to be done. Only 35.3% of Americans seeking therapy for depression do so, according to statistics. This is a serious worry because dealing with depression on your own is exceedingly difficult. Some people refuse to get help because they believe it is not a significant problem. Others perceive it as a sign of weakness. They believe that asking for help implies that they are incapable. They must solve their own difficulties. This is why it is critical for friends and family to be able to recognize specific patterns or behaviors. Depression symptoms. It does not guarantee that the person will open up, but it will certainly show them that they are surrounded by others who are aware of the changes they are undergoing and are willing to assist. Before we begin, remember to subscribe to our channel for more great videos. Like this video? Turn on alerts so you do not miss any of our new ones. Here are some of the most common habits that someone suffering from depression may develop and go through. 1. Desire to be alone. If you are depressed, you generally do not enjoy being around other people. You are leaving your home/room. You want to be alone with your thoughts and, in most circumstances, you want to be miserable without being bothered by anyone. Many people who are depressed simply prefer to spend their time alone. They might stop communicating with people entirely. They will withdraw from society and abandon their normal routine. They may ignore calls, fail to show up for work, school, or pay their expenses. The list goes on and on. Many people who are depressed refuse to seek help because they believe they can handle it on their own. They will have to deal with it on their own. They get concerned with figuring out why they are in pain, yet in many cases, they are wrong. This only exacerbates the situation, especially if they are unable to determine why. People suffering from depression are no strangers to pushing others away. The only difference is that they do so in a detrimental manner. They do it to hide the fact that they are angry rather than sad. It is one thing to avoid making arrangements and appointments, but some people simply do not want to interact with other people. When people are depressed, they may wear headphones in their ears and stroll around. Not only to avoid talking to others, but also to give the impression that they are working when they are not. They are not at all. 2. Sleeping problems. People who are depressed have a hard time sleeping. Not only does this have an impact on their physical health, but it also has a big impact on their mental health. Mental health is important. Depressed people will act as if they are sleeping so that no one will bother them. However, because their minds are always racing, they end up staying up all night and struggling to fall asleep. Negative ideas are running through my mind. Some people with depression, on the other hand, may have a tendency to oversleep. They will come home from school/work, lie down on the couch, and sleep till they are awakened. To reawaken, they may spend a significant amount of time in bed napping due to a lack of energy, or the mental fortitude to get out of bed and go about their everyday lives. Sudden mood fluctuations are common in persons who suffer from depression. They could go from not sleeping at all to sleeping constantly. They may even go from regularly working out to spending the entire day on the couch. Do any of these habits seem familiar to you? Keep an eye out for these less visible indications that someone is depressed. 3. Depression causes a person to continually cancel plans and appointments due to a lack of energy. They lack the energy and motivation to achieve anything. All they want is to be left alone. Depressed people may also choose to sleep on the couch and binge watch television programs. Does not it appear to be innocuous? They avoid eating, showering, and even socializing at the same time. The sound of water might help people who are depressed relax and feel better. Their thoughts. As a result, depending on the severity of the depression, individuals may take up to 3 showers every day. It is an episode. People who are depressed are more likely to become lethargic, which leads to procrastination. They will avoid doing duties and will quit grooming themselves. Because depressed people lack energy, they may tend to avoid performing the things they should accomplish on a daily basis. Cooking, for example. Nothing beats a home-cooked meal, yet because depression is so prevalent, People who are suffering from it will frequently order takeaways since they lack the energy and motivation to cook. Cooking inspiration. Furthermore, those who are depressed may not even like the food they eat. According to WebMD, the flavor of food is important. This is not to say that the meal is not good, it just implies that they are worried about it. They have so many problems that they are unable to enjoy their food. They may also begin to eat less or stop eating completely. 4. Distractions. Depressed people seek out distractions to divert their minds off their problems. Occupied minds. This could include everything from listening to music to cleaning to exercising. It is never a terrible thing to have a cleaning addiction. According to WebMD, some people who are depressed would clean anything and everything. It serves as a good diversion and allows them to concentrate on something more positive rather than anything negative. Negative. Many people who are depressed find that running is beneficial. It provides individuals with a sense of accomplishment, which is one of the most common depression symptoms. That they do not believe they have accomplished much in their lives. Music can also be a good indicator of a person's mood. Someone who is depressed may appreciate classic rock and roll, but as soon as their depression worsens, they will no longer be able to enjoy it. During a depressed episode, people may choose to listen to something gentler and more relatable to them. Circumstance. Some people employ distractions, such as writing poetry, to deal with their despair. Other imaginative stories that are based on brighter moments in their lives. It aids in the removal of bad thoughts from their minds. 5. Bad habits. While some diversions might be beneficial to a depressed person, others can be harmful. There are also certain distractions that can lead to bad habits. Picking skin till marks appear is one example. Some people find pleasure from injuring themselves, which must be addressed promptly, before it becomes a life hazard. Other conditions may be present in certain persons, contributing to their depression. Some people, for example, will develop trichotillomania, a disorder characterized by excessive hair growth, where the person continues to pluck their hair. They will feel relieved once they have gotten it out. Depression is a significant medical condition that affects millions of individuals throughout the world. It deceives people into believing that they are unloved, that life has no significance, and that they are alone. And that there is no reason to keep trying, no matter how bad things are in one's life. It is possible that life is. Trying to mask depression is the most difficult thing for those who suffer from it. They put up a brave face every day, even if they are crying on the inside. People may notice, but they dismiss it with the phrase "I am simply weary." If you think you are depressed because of one of these habits, talk to someone. Visit your physician right now. Your mental health should never make you feel ashamed or embarrassed. You are not the only one who feels this way. What are some of the telltale indicators that someone you know is depressed? Please share your thoughts in the comments box below. Have you enjoyed this video? Please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to see more videos like this. Thanks for taking the time to watch.